right, day 15 of our number corner in May. Today we're going to update our calendar collector again, right? We have to do another spin, so let's get to that right away. We're going to spin our 2-quart or spill spinner, 3/4 of a cup. All right, so there we go. I didn't write in your other numbers because we will evaluate that later. But I now have added 3/4 cups to my amount spun, convert that to fluid ounces, keep our running total, and does that change our representations? All right, let's also take a look at our calendar grid. I'll give you 3 more markers. Here's nest 6 with feeding areas 6A and 6B. So go ahead and record those on your meadow grid. If you have any questions and you need to reach out to a teacher, please do. Notice that we now have clue 6, which is P and P. That's interesting. I'm still not getting it yet, but I'm sure I will. Hey, did your prediction go right for nest 6? Did you pick that we would go north or south from nest 5? I predicted that we would go south. So I was wrong. I had to erase my work and redraw my nests and feeding areas, but that's okay. I was using information that we had to make a logical guess, and I was wrong, and that's totally fine. All right, now if you remember back on day, I want to say 11, maybe, when we had our number corners, page 76, right? I'm going to need you to get out that page again because we're going to go over some of your answers. Okay, so I'll give you some time to do that. Here are your answers for you to check over page 76 in your number corner. For number 2, remember that deals with Whitney's dance class. It starts at 4:30, but she had all of these things that she wanted to take care of, meaning she wanted to show up 15 minutes early to practice a new routine, but it took 25 minutes to get there, or 10 minutes to get there and 25 minutes to get ready. So how do you solve that problem? The easiest way to solve that problem is all of the extra time, right? The 15 and the 25 and the 10. How should we figure this out? We add that all together, and then we work backwards from 4:30. So if we add it all together, that equals 50 minutes, and 15 minutes from 4:30 starts at 3:40. So if she were to begin at 3:40, you could get there on time and get everything done that needs to be done. You see, this work will vary, right? Because the way that you figure it out, you might have subtracted 15 minutes first, and then you might have subtracted 25 minutes, and then you might have subtracted 10 minutes. Either way, it works out. Okay? For the next one, Gemma got a box of beads for her birthday. She opened a box and saw that there were 3 more white beads than red, and there were half as many red beads as blue, and there were 1/3 as many blue beads as purple beads, and there were 12 purple beads. So the first part all deals with us comparing to our red, right? So if you think algebraically, red equals X, while white, remember, there were 3 more than the red. And for the blue, there was 2 times the red, right? And then for the purple, was 6 times the red because it was, there were 1/3 as many blue beads as purple beads. So that meant 6 times as many reds because it was 2 of those. And so as we work our way, then 6x equals 12, because we know how many purple beads there were. And so then x equals 2. So when you put 2 in all these places where there was x, you would be able to figure out how many beads there were total. So there were 2 red, 5 white, 4 blue, and 12 purple. And there were 23 beads in all. Did you get that as an answer? That one was a difficult one, but that's one of the ones I enjoy doing problems like that. It makes you kind of think and think outside the box. And either way, as long as you got 23 beads, your work is going to vary, right? You may not have thought algebraically like I did, but if you thought it and came up with another way, awesome. Congratulations. And if you didn't, And if you need more help on this, go ahead and reach out to your teacher. All right, lastly, for number 4, Nick's dad accidentally dropped a whole cookie jar, and then half of them fell out on the floor to be thrown away. Luckily, this cookie jar did not break. When I first read the story, I thought the cookie jar broke, and that didn't make sense to me. But then all of a sudden, the dog got into the cookie jar and ate 2/3 of the cookies that were left. And then Nick's brother snuck in and ate half the cookies that were still left. And then Nick's dad finally got done cleaning, and there were only 4 cookies left in the jar. So I think the way that you work backwards, right? So if we go 4 and ate half the cookies that were left, so that means that there were 8, right? And then ate 2/3, which then what? The dog ate 16 cookies. And before the dog ate them, there were 24 cookies. And before that, Nick's dad dropped half of the cookies because 8 plus 16 is 24, right? And before that, Nick's dad dropped half of them. So 24 times 2, it equals 48. Did you get 48? I hope you did. I bet you did. All right. Well, that's all we have for Number Corner today. So if you don't have any questions, but if you do have any questions, reach out to your teachers. If you don't have any questions, then have a great day and enjoy math.